Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart earlier. I told you I had to go rinse my
By
hands.
yourself.
Yes,
And as I'm walking in the door, a lady is walking out, literally stealing an entire grocery cart full of groceries and clothes.
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious. She is walking out the indoors.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like the indoors, the grocery carts.
You stopped the one on East Brainerd?
No. The big one.
Oh, you're
right by my
yeah.
house.
Oh, okay.
So you have...
Yeah, I forget. I still think sometimes you're over there at the old apartment.
Yeah, no. So they have like the doors on the grocery side, not the other side, but on the grocery side, the carts go right between the in and out sections. So this lady comes out the wrong way with a cart full of groceries and clothes piled up on top of it and stuff like that. And I honestly probably would have never noticed her if she hadn't been talking to herself. But I was like, what the crap? And this guy he's a really nice guy. He's an older guy. I don't know if he actually rides or not, but he always says something every time I have on something Harley Davidson. He's like they don't even have greeters anymore. That's the receipt checkers now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we need jobs for our retirees again.
I look at him and I go, hey, I guess you can't do anything once they get out of the door. And he goes, what are you talking about? I pointed and he looks outside. So I go do my stuff and I come back out. Or I get my stuff and I'm getting ready to go back out. And I go, couldn't stop her when she got outside, could you? And he goes, nope. And I go, and they're going to charge people to use self-checkout.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at me and I go, don't even ask for my receipt. And he goes, I'm not going to. I was like, have a good day. I'm just like.
That's why I don't like handing him my receipt, because of the stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just silly.
It's just, yeah.
I don't know if they
Clearly, I need to just walk out with like the 4 things that I get.
I know, right? Just
That'd be
keep
the
walking.
one time the guy would catch me.
I don't know if that'd be the one time the cop is sitting right outside the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if they.
I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think it was in Panama. They had the rotator, like you're getting in the subway.
Oh, yeah.
That won't rotate back the other way.
Yeah.
So you couldn't go.
Yeah.
Like you had to.
You had to follow the way through. You couldn't go out the end type deal. Yeah.
But I think they got rid of that.
Yeah, because last time we were there, they didn't have it.
But that was in Panama that they had that, right?
Pretty sure.
I remember going to a Walmart, me and you going to a Walmart somewhere not here that had that. And I think it was in Panama.
It would have had to be in Panama.
Yeah, that's probably the only place that we've ever been to a Walmart. Well, when we would go to Pigeon Forge all the time, and I needed groceries. I don't think it was the IGA. I think it was some other little thing like that.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're going to a place like that, it's easy to just stop at Walmart. You get everything that you need at one time.
And in conversation for people that may be listening to this, that either one, don't go to Walmart, because I've recently learned in certain parts of the country, Walmart is like, oh, that's dollar store people. Here, it's about impossible not to go to Walmart for something.
Yeah.
Even if you don't grocery shop at Walmart.
It's the convenience
of
having everything in one location.
Yeah. Some people go there, I don't close shop at Walmart. I don't have anything against it. I do a lot of times if I need underwear or socks, I'm like, oh, I'll grab them while I'm at the grocery store. But like all the pet supplies, electronics, automotive,
it combines
cosmetics,
all the different stores into one.
Well, like for us, if you were going to go to a cosmetic store, okay, for us here, it would. I know, Daniel.
Because Daniel's going to go to like.
Sorry,
Ulta.
It would be this.
My makeup isn't done today.
It'd be Walgreens.
Yeah.
How much?
Heather's like, I'm going to Ulta.
I'm going to Ulta or Sephora.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I get that, but then you have to go into the mall.
Ulta's that side of the mall.
Sephora's in the mall.
Sephora's in the mall. I thought Ulta was in the mall.
Ulta's over there next to where Academy is.
Yep.
It's on that same strip.
So it's easier to get to.
Yeah.
But still.
Try and get in and out of Walgreens at Gun Barrel and Shalford Road.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Actually,
that is probably the worst parking lot to get in and out.
The other day, I was over there, and a guy coming from Gun Barrel onto Shallowford, then turned into that entrance along Shallowford, crossing all the traffic. Like, everybody's coming, and he just zips across. It's like, what are you doing? Why?
I mean...
That needs like a...
They need to just get rid of that entrance.
Yeah.
Or make it an entrance only from that lane or something.
They need to build an entrance that goes up into like the Zaxby's parking lot where you have a traffic light at the top of the hill.
That would be convenient.
Because the entrance on Shalford is convenient when you're coming east on Shalford Road.
Yeah.
But if you're pulling out,
if you have to
can't see over the hill.
No, if you have to cross traffic, that's the most dangerous because you're right there at that crest.
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
Or they need to connect it to like the building next door, that parking lot behind it. Like, not going up the hill to Zaxby's.
Oh, to the...
yeah, that, like,
what is that?
Center or...
No, you're talking about... right behind them is
the factory director, the
furniture place.
Yeah, that would work, too.
Connected over there. Just do a little walk. So
what
now
is
you
that
have, like, 4
place?
rooms to go.
That's it. I was trying to think. I was like, it's one of those places that advertises delivery.
But then you'd have, like, 4 different entrances you could, get to further away from the intersection.
Yeah.
But they would never do that because it's too
convenient.
They need to tear out that Walgreens and build it next time.
Oh, yeah, because that's what you want. Hey, I've had 8 margaritas. Now I'm going to pull out onto Shallowford and Gun Barrel.
I'll give you the confidence to do it.
Yes, sir.
Who cares if there's traffic? I'll make my way through.
I got this.
The guy that, like, inches across the lanes, blocking each one as he goes.
Sounds accurate.
Anyways.
Hey,
everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I am your clueless leader, except for when it comes to shoplifters. I can see you. Apparently, I'm the only one.
Apparently.
But I do have Miss Muffin with me.
Hey, y'all.
And I've got Daniel.
Hey there. They should just hire you at Walmart as a greeter.
Right?
You're getting old enough.
I'm probably too old. Just to be honest. But I would so be the Walter of Walmart greeters.
Oh, God, you would. You would.
Hi, welcome to Walmart. Now get your shit and get the hell out.
Yeah. That would be me.
They don't greet you anymore.
No, they don't. You know what? I want them to give out the stickers again. The little smiley face stickers.
Oh, yeah.
I would go grocery shop at Publix. We've done it a couple times, but in comparison of what we buy at Walmart
pricing
or what we buy at Publix, Publix, they were very nice. Very expensive.
Yeah. For certain things.
Yeah.
Like you can cross shop and it's about the same price for some stuff, but most of the time it's more expensive.
Yeah.
What are you cross shopping that's the same price?
I mean, the fresh meat that we buy when we go to the deli, I'm not doing that.
Oh, well, if I'm buying fresh meat, I go to Publix anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that, I'm not going to go to Walmart for that. But I mean, most of the stuff we buy on a regular basis is about the same price.
Yeah, I say for fresh meat, I'm going to Publix. If I'm going to buy, like, they have like those
This is a grocery channel.
Yes.
Yeah, they have the stuffed pork chops.
The Daily Shopper.
And the chicken and the baby back ribs. That's where I go there. If I'm going to go buy us some steaks, deliberately buying steaks for dinner.
Food City has better steaks.
Fresh Market.
Yeah, we do Fresh Market for that, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, generalized grocery shopping, like frozen pizzas and the TV dinners that Heather takes for lunch, like the little, what brand is that?
That's where we just go to Costco.
Like Link Cuisines or Stouffer's is what I get. But whatever.
What she takes for lunch.
Hunger Man!
Dude, they're cheaper at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like the Publix by like $1.50 each.
Oh, wow.
Not like $1.50 for all of.
Yeah.
Like at Publix, they're like, here you go, you can get 3 for $10. And I'm like,
yeah, I can get
they're like,
5 for $10 over it.
Yeah, I'm like, Marie calendars are $2.58 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The Daily Shopping Channel.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be a thrifty shopper to afford a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, these are not.
I mean,
these are not cheap hobbies that we have.
That's true.
Like, how many helmets do we have sitting up that we don't use anymore? There's thousands of dollars of helmets.
Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we have them on display.
I'm pretty bad. I have a lot of helmets, but you guys triple the amount that I have.
But you talk to me about helmets.
We like our helmets. It's fine.
Talk about hobbies. So yesterday,
Could pay off my house if I sold all my helmets for what I paid for them.
I couldn't buy a cheeseburger if I sold all my helmets for what I tell people I paid for them.
And Heather's people.
No, Heather unfortunately knows. She balances the checkbook.
Yeah. It's fine.
I went on my big shopping trip. Yeah, just to clarify, my shopping trip to Walmart was $24. I spent $24.
Big spender.
Gonna have to put Toby on the street corner.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of hobbies.
Yesterday.
Yes. So you had a busy day yesterday. I haven't talked to you since Friday where you said, hey, tomorrow is going to be a busy day.
So I got home earlier than I thought. It was still 9 o'clock.
You know what? That's an hour before you estimated.
Yeah,
So,
I said 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And most people right now listening to this are like, 9 o'clock is not that bad. Nope, but my workday started at 6 a.m. So I was on the clock yesterday from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys, you had an event at the dealership going on.
That I wasn't there for.
That you weren't there for, that you had to set up on Friday for.
I didn't set anything up. I prepared everybody.
You prepared the people.
The people.
That were setting it up.
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
And I'm assuming that went off without a hitch.
The beautiful people.
Good.
The beautiful
Good.
people.
Yeah.
Your head's not shaking in a weird way. You need to fix that.
Do you need the candy cane?
He's about to take his shirt off.
So, yes. Friday, I had to prepare people. The dealership employees. So, yesterday at the shop, technically, yesterday, every Harley-Davidson dealership was the Grand American Launch Party. Why they called it the Grand American Launch Party, I don't know.
Wasn't that part of the last campaign when they launched the bike? Okay. I
don't know.
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here.
This weekend was the Grand American Launch Party, focusing on the new bikes.
Yeah.
The 24 Road Glide, Street Glide. But not just those bikes, all bikes in general. You know, we've had a lot of conversations about different motorcycles at the shop like that. We have a new sales manager. Me and him were talking the other day about the Nightsters.
Yeah.
And he, at one point in time, did work for a dealership up north. And I know they sell more Nightsters up north because I've had dealers tell me, we sell more Nightsters.
Okay.
And me and him were in conversation. And he was like, well, yeah. Because they have this initiative to get people to test drive the motorcycle. When they test ride those Nightsters, their opinion of that bike changes. Everybody on here, if it comes as a shock to you that I think the new Nightster 975 is actually a really good motorcycle, then you haven't listened to the podcast enough.
I would say, depending on where they are up north, if they're more in urban areas, you may not need a street glide, road glide to just get around town or do things. Like here, to get to anywhere, 20, 30 minutes, most likely on a highway or something like that.
Speak for yourself, sir.
For regular people, it takes
for
20,
regular
30
people.
minutes. When we have a police escort, it's about 11.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about my pre-planning.
Yeah.
My and I don't mean our dealer rides. My pre-planning of my residence compared to work, compared to everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make sure that everything happens inside of 3 blocks.
Jeez.
Marcus never left the small town.
It's a small town.
It literally could be a small town and everything happening in that small town for me.
Yeah.
If he never got out of sight of his home.
I am close enough to home that I could clock out, go home for lunch, and get back to work. And had a very enjoyable lunch. Not like I had to rush because I only had 20 minutes after I got home.
Right? Yeah.
It takes you all of 5 minutes to get back to the house, and that's because you got to wait at a red light.
It depends on the day. Last night, I think it only took me about 5 minutes, and that was with waiting at a red light.
So what else did you have going on yesterday, Marcus? Obviously, the Grand American Touring event.
Grand American launch party at the shop where they did Bob the parts guy, in case anybody follows our dealership on Instagram.
Oh, Bob.
White Lightning Harley Davidson. Bob did a bolt-on performance seminar.
That's good. I mean, that's the most popular thing that everybody does to their bikes.
That's the most popular thing right now, period, that anybody does. Even outside of Harley Davidson, it's just kind of the thing. So, but I drove to Tellico. That's why I had to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So what was in Tellico, Marcus?
Dirt Ways ADV training.
Which is led by Sean, who is...
No. Sean doesn't lead it.
Was he not leading?
Sean doesn't
sorry, I'm thinking the rides. He leads the rides.
Sean leads the rides.
Yeah, the rides.
Okay, this is the training, sorry.
Yes, this is the actual training. Where we have an actual certified trainer that comes in and does the
That's
training.
probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
And he had his two cohorts with him that are even... So where Zeke is on training, these other two guys are actually beyond Zeke in training level.
Okay.
Because both of them are certified trainers for ADV riding and police motor school.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd imagine they're top of the top there as far as riding skill and ability.
Yeah, it was fun
able
watching
to
them kind of
people.
go up against each other and stuff like that and some stuff.
I still have to say, I do enjoy watching the police riding competitions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the rodeos or whatever they call
So
them.
every time I go to one of those classes, though, the ADV training classes, makes me want an ADV bike more and more. But I tell you this, I'm gonna go take the class as soon as I get. I don't want to do it on the XR, because partially one, to get that XR truly upfitted to where it 100% needs to be for mine and your height, I don't think is achievable. We need a lot taller risers.
Yeah, we're pretty much...
Because you don't want to be leaned way over.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of leeway on those, but that's just how that bike is.
Right. Well, you're going to be that way on that bike on DR650 and possibly on a KLR, because I've seen a little bit taller bars on a KLR, but still not that tall.
But once again, you're talking more dirt bike oriented than dual sport.
Right. So when I get into like a T7, that's where the range of stuff opens up. Yeah. So to be able to be fitted good to the motorcycle for standing and seating and all that stuff. But yeah, it's really cool. It's super cool I have the privilege of being able to get out there and just watch. Mm-hmm. Where honestly nobody has that opportunity. Yeah.
Unless you're part of the class, you're not there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're either an instructor or you're a student. Yeah. So there's only, as far as I know of, there's only 2 people that have ever been up there that weren't instructors or students. And that's me and Sean. Fair enough. But it's cool to watch. So there's so many of these little training exercises that they do and stuff like that. That I get, there's confusion. They might not know exactly how they're supposed to do it. Even watching someone do it, it can get confusing and stuff like that, where the cones are laid out and everything. But I feel like I'll have a little bit of a leg up because I've watched it done so many times that I'll be like, oh yeah, this exercise. Okay, I know what needs to happen. Yeah. But I'll tell you this: as soon as Miss Muffin gets riding, I'm gonna get a bike to send her to that class on. Yeah. Because one of the things that she's going to learn is how to fall and how to pick that bike back up and how to not get stressed over it. Because when you fall, I'm okay. All right. Yep. Cool.
It's a little bit easier to fall on dirt than on asphalt.
And like what's funny is towards the beginning of that class, everybody's like, "Oh, I wonder who's going to be the first one to fall." Well, it doesn't really matter because exercise number 2, everybody gets to throw their bike on the ground and learn to pick it up.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because like Zeke goes in and he's like, don't worry about the little battle scars that get on your engine guards and stuff when that happens. That's just more of a story that you can tell at Starbucks and the guy that just rides to Starbucks. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
So, but it's really cool. It's cool to see some of these people on both ends of it. People that come out there, because I talk to everybody that takes the class.
Yeah.
I talk to them. A lot of times the initial contact is through email, but there ends up being a phone call because I have things that I need to talk to them about, ask them certain questions, get some information from them. So we have that for the trainers. One of those questions is, where are you at on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, your off-road riding ability?
I'd imagine most people overestimate their off-road riding ability.
No, actually, a lot of people that take this class are new. So there's a lot of people that go, I'm a 1. And then you have a lot, too, that go, I rode dirt bikes when I'm younger, but that's been years, so I'll give myself a 2.
Okay. That's
but
completely opposite from most of the motorcycling community. Like,
Right.
I'm the best rider on the face of the
I'm the
planet.
best rider ever.
So,
I'm dragging floorboards everywhere.
but, like, you get to these guys, some of them that are like, oh, I'm a 3, I'm a 4, and watch them be humbled.
Yeah.
Watching some of these people that I'm a 1. We have people that come to that class that they might have an ADV bike or an off-road bike or something like that. They've never rode in the dirt with it. They've only rode on the pavement with it.
Yeah.
And then they're killers at it. They're naturals. And they can do it. And it's great. I know it sounds bad when I say this. It's great to watch some of these guys get humbled.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the guys that get humbled, you see their whole attitude change and you see them open up and you see them start really learning.
Yeah.
And then some of the people that are just like, they're so scared to start with. And they're just like, you see people the first or second time they drop their bike and they're like, oh. And by the end of it, yeah, it's not that they're worried about their bike, they're worried about themselves.
Yeah.
By the end of it, they drop their bike and they get off and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it again. And they're laughing and all that other stuff. And it's like,
Darn it.
Darn it.
That's why one of the first things he goes through is dropping the bike.
Yeah.
Dropping the bike. What happens when you drop the bike, how to pick the bike up, and how to not freaking worry about the fact that you dropped your bike.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Especially a bike that's prepared
It's
to be
made
dropped.
for that, yeah.
Correct.
I think that needs to be the caveat that's put in there. Because I'd imagine there are some that don't have like engine guards and things like, from the fact you can buy a brand new ADV bike that doesn't have any engine guards, things like that. You drop that.
Mid-size and up KTMs don't have engine guards from the factory.
Exactly. But I bet you most of those guys that go out to stuff like that have them, they put those engine guards on there.
Those mid-size ADVs from KTM are designed to be dropped without engine
Yeah,
guards.
see, I don't like that. The one time I drop it, there's like a rock under the grass. Punk.
They are in an empty pasture. There's nothing out there.
You
Empty
say there's
pasture.
an empty pasture.
No, I know it's an empty pasture because it gets walked.
That rock will come out
Marcus
of
is
nowhere.
out there picking up rocks.
So, no, they don't want. They're not so much concerned about your bike falling on a rock as
It's
much as
you
you falling
You,
on a
Yeah.
rock.
yeah.
Yeah, you land
So,
for me, that's it.
And I'm not going to lie. There are people that they'll be hurt. They'll be like, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
My arm is hurting or my back's hurting or whatever it may be. But I've talked to so many people after they've taken this class, and they're like, I had such a good time. I ride so much more. I've had people take the same 1 and 2 level training multiple times.
Yeah.
Because they enjoyed it and they saw themselves growing. But that kind of goes to where we talk about practice all the time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with every couple of years taking that refresher.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially for these type of classes, I'd imagine, you're learning. There's, especially if you're new, there's a lot that you're learning in a short period of time. Maybe taking it a few times, you can master different things.
Yeah.
You can focus on different areas.
Well, and that's one of the things they talk about, taking the stuff and going to practice with it. Now, I was just up there for yesterday. This is a full 2 days for anybody listening to this. It is a full 2-day training. But like getting close to the end of the day yesterday, not the last exercise, but the one before the last exercise, they have a box that's like two boxes. They're basically like 18 feet by 18 feet. And they are making slow speed figure 8 circles.
That's pretty impressive.
In the grass on these bikes.
I mean, look, we know a lot of people that ride on the street that couldn't
do that.
Right. And they're doing it, and yesterday was a little muddy.
Yeah.
So they're doing it in this soft grass, loose traction.
Yeah. Slow speed.
Not falling, not putting your feet down. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You will fall, you will put your feet down.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in the learning process.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when I get the opportunity to take it, I'm telling myself now, whether this is what will actually happen, I'm going to go in with a very open mind and just do as I'm instructed.
Yeah. Because I will say that is something hard, to, especially when you have a lot of experience in something, you have preconceived, like, oh, I know how to do this. I think I know how to do this.
Yeah.
And it makes it hard to learn.
Well, I know what I will know and by
it's the clutch
what I
lever,
said
there's the
earlier
brake.
is
these are handlebars.
I will have a better understanding for me of certain things. Like when they talk about, playing with the clutch, playing with the brake, finding the friction zone.
Yeah.
The figure 8 box, all that stuff, because I've seen them go through that exercise so many times. So I have a little bit better understanding of the things that they are looking for.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But until you actually do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Look, I know how to do this. Nope, I do not know how to do this.
No, I know that's going to happen.
I mean, I think we've all been there before. Like,
but
I can do this.
I think I did get a stamp of approval on a T7, though, because so Aaron, one of the trainers, who is also, like I said, a motor trainer, rides a T7 also.
Okay.
So
now you just need to go get yourself one.
And for anybody that's short, Aaron is about 5'6". So he's
not much taller than me.
No. And we set our trainers up. Rob has his own Pan America.
Yeah. And
he comes from South Carolina.
Yeah.
So Aaron and Zeke came out of Oklahoma.
Okay.
So, or Oklahoma-Texas border, we'll call it. So we set them up with Pan Americas to be able to ride back and forth through the training grounds and all this other stuff. But like Aaron's like, hey, I need you to, talking to Sean, he goes, I need you to show me how to do the adjustment. I want to lock out the suspension at the highest point. It's kind of like, what?
What?
And he's like, yeah, you don't ride, like, I get the purpose of the up and down, and I've talked about that. Now, fortunately for me, I'm tall.
Yeah, we don't have that problem.
You don't want that with an ADV bike.
Yeah, you want it as high as you can possibly get it.
And Sean has now, after a lot of riding, gotten to the point where he rides his locked out up position, so it doesn't go up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, because if I recall correctly, it's when you stop, it'll lower itself down, right?
On the Pan America, yeah. So it's below a certain speed.
Okay.
I want to say
I thought it was when it stopped.
Well, it is, but it's like 2 or 3 miles an hour is when it actually does it.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't come up to a stop and then sink.
It just kind of gradually.
It's whenever you like are slowing down. It's like, oh, here's 3 miles an hour down. So when you actually do stop and you put your feet down,
it's already down.
Mm.
Makes sense.
And then when you take off and you get past that magical number that they have, it goes back up.
For street riding, that's probably nice.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
But not for off-road. ADV style riding.
Not for true doing it. I'll say this too. The other thing that I have learned is for really intense off-road riding, you don't want DCT.
I can imagine that.
So, because there's so much, it's not that it can't be done. You just can't do it in a traditional sense.
Yeah.
You can't like load up with the clutch and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not there.
Right.
It's either go or not
like
go.
They were trying to get him to load up with his rear brake.
Yeah.
And the problem is you personally have to be able to find that sweet spot on the brake where it'll drag, but you can still get it to move.
Yeah.
And that can be very difficult to do.
Yeah. And I think that's one of those areas where like a recluse clutch, for off-road type riding is probably better than something like a DCT.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't had that conversation with Zeke and Aaron and them about doing that.
Yeah.
But
I guess in my mind, because you still have that ability to...
Well, the only thing you're doing then is not killing it.
Yeah.
With the recluse clutch.
Yeah.
You're making it harder for you to stall it.
Yeah.
I should say. But I don't know.
Not that you're needing to shift all that often when you're doing
What's funny is there was some exercises or whatever where it's like, okay,
everybody do jumping jacks.
Well, no, they're like, don't kill your motorcycle, and then the guy comes in with the Africa Twin DCT, and they're like, here's the cheater bike. So, but
and then it stalls.
Yeah.
What?
But then also, like, there was a guy with a GS, and if this is blowing y'all's mind right now, then I'm talking about the dirt ways training done by White Lightning Harley Davidson, and I'm naming bikes that aren't Harleys. It's because we're very inclusive. No, inclusive, not exclusive. Anybody's welcome to ride with us.
Yeah.
There was a GS, and when they were practicing the slow speed, so like with the slow speed, tight turning and everything, there's this whole body positioning thing where you're leaning and you're pushing the bike down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, with the GS, you kind of have a cheater position. When you go to turn, put your knee right into the cylinder where the meets the bodywork, like in that corner. Put your knee in there. So like when you're turning, when you're turning left,
yeah, you're
the bike pushes down to the left. Like you turn the handlebars left, the bike leans down to the left. You slide off the right and kind of push into it. Put your tailbone over your heels.
Huh.
But if you look at my right knee,
yeah, you're right against that
right into the cylinder head of bodywork. Yeah,
that makes sense.
So they were referencing that as the cheater bike for that exercise. So, but like with that, like what I'm seeing is a lot of people that get in there and they don't want to lean their bike.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but it's like, you got to lean your bike. I mean, I remember riding bicycles as a kid, and you would you would throw your bike way down and you would stand up and you'd be going straight down the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
With almost like
you're
standing sideways on your motorcycle. Or on your bicycle, just let it go down the road. You can only hold one handlebar because it's so close to the ground.
But, that is something, too. Typically, in low-speed maneuvers on the street, you're not leaning the bike. For most people. If you're just moving around the parking lot, you don't need to lean the bike.
Right.
Use the handlebars, you turn that way. Now, if you want to get really tight, you can, which we do.
Yeah.
But... so I'd imagine that's counterintuitive to most people that are riding, slow speeds.
But I'll say this. After the very first time that I ever went and watched their training, that whole thing with the turning.
Yeah.
And then watching a video by Fortnite where he did the comparative turning between MotoGP and Supermoto.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched that video.
I don't think I've seen the.
I started doing lot more of the whole pushing the bike into the turn and not so much me into the turn.
Well, and that's something that we've talked about before too. Putting your weight on your foot peg and kind of like pushing down one side or the other instead of using the bars to be the thing that you push against.
But see, I ride like that a lot more. Now, obviously, if we're ripping across the Skyway or something like that, into the turns.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They're big, wide, sweeping turns. But like when I'm on the Dragon, I'm throwing the bike around. I'm not throwing myself around.
Yeah. Yeah, but big sweepers, you can get off the bike a little bit and lean in.
So, well, I'm not even talking about leaning in. I'm talking about like all of that, like with the big sweepers. It's that all that's in my arms, push and pull, and just stay. I stay with the bike and just push and pull and let the bike do what it does.
Fair enough. Yeah. You can't do that on the Dragon. You gotta get in there on the Dragon.
Yeah. I throw the bike around, and that's probably why I'm so like started riding that way. So tired because I'm throwing around an 800-pound motorcycle.
Last time we were on the Pan America and you were throwing that thing around.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't throwing that sport glide around. My foot. But yet I'm still keeping up with people.
Right.
Well, what's funny though is like you talking about like scraping.
Yeah.
I remember we had I'll call him a friend of ours, Billy.
Yeah.
We made friends with Billy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
God rest his soul. I mean, it sounds bad when I say that. He passed away. He doesn't get to ride.
A couple of years ago now.
Yeah, he doesn't get to ride with us anymore. But Billy was a fantastic guy. And Billy loved motorcycles.
Yes.
He had never been on a Harley. He ended up buying a Harley.
He did.
He had a VMAX. They didn't get rid of his VMAX and stuff like that. But Billy was all the time about, did you scrape your floorboards? I scraped my floorboards. And I'm like, you don't have to, like, that doesn't mean you're going fast.
No.
That just means your bike is
like, look, I can scrape my pegs going around a parking lot at 10 miles an hour.
Right.
That's not hard to do.
But I mean, there's guys, I just watched a video on Thrashing about this where they were talking about ripping through the canyon and scraping his boards, and it's kind of freaked him out because he has it on the new bike because they haven't scraped boards in so long.
Yeah.
Because they have boards that are designed not to scrape.
Yeah.
And some people in their minds, I'm sure, are like, well, what's the purpose in that? Scraping boards does not mean you're going fast.
No.
And we're talking about Lance Corey, a trained professional rider.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's cool. You see the sparks come off of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those guys with the magnesium strips.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this. If you're not scraping boards on the Dragon, you're probably not going fast enough.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
The way that road is.
I'm pretty sure I scraped the pegs on the Pan America a couple times.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Never got a chance to scrape pegs on the Sport Glide. I was scraping the bottom of it.
The Sport Glide.
I think there's some turns on the Dragon that might have more of a bank than like Daytona Speedway.
I'd imagine there are some that have a high degree of banking to them.
That's an exaggeration, but if you've never been on the Dragon, especially at like a slower speed, there are turns that's literally, I mean, like sweep into it.
Yeah.
And it's a bank turn when you end up looking at it.
Yep.
You're like, not a flat turn.
Absolutely.
It's just how the road had to be made. But it was so like I said, did that, went to the training, and then last night there's a organization. So this organization is not national. There are organizations nationally that are involved in this. So there's groups called Bearded Villains. So Bearded Villains are basically beard clubs. Think like a car club, but they're beard clubs.
Okay.
But the whole purpose of these groups primarily is charitable work.
Oh, good.
They all do charitable stuff and like that. But they,
Okay.
they'll go to beard competitions and they'll hang out and they'll raise money for different causes and stuff like that.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, it gets people together.
Right.
Yeah.
So last night we had the Chattanooga Villains.
Okay.
Had their second anniversary party last year was at the shop.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So this year was at the National Guard Armory.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to be able to get the bikes in there. I was a judge for the contest.
Okay.
I don't know why. I know nothing about beards.
I just have one. I don't know anything else.
I don't know anything.
And actually take time paying attention to what's going on with beards.
These are cool beards. I like it. You have facial hair. Awesome.
It probably helped that the guy that was in charge of getting it all put together and everything is a friend of mine.
Yeah, that helps.
That's probably why you got invited.
That and the dealership made a sizable donation.
Probably
That
also.
helps too.
That helps too.
Yeah.
So me and Possum went,
Yeah. Okay.
and we were gonna have bikes on display, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like it officially starts at 5. Judging's gonna start a little after 5:30. I'm leaving Telco at 4.
Yeah.
And we weren't able to get bikes in there before 3:00 on the day of.
Well.
So do you know how this happened?
You had people.
You just wrote them up in there.
They opened the doors in the middle of everything that was going on, and we just went brum 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 right up in the middle of the crowd. And
Well, that's a good entrance.
That's a great
everybody
entrance.
was like, "What?" So what was cool was the MC for the night.
Yeah.
Was Raymond from Rock 105.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So he's going through and introducing the judges and all this other stuff. And he goes, and the man that obviously knows how to make an entrance, Marcus Kilgore from White Lightning, Harley Davidson.
That's funny.
I told him, found him later, and I was like, when you first started talking, I was like, I know his voice. Why do I know his voice?
I definitely would have known his voice.
So, well, then when he said his name, that's when I realized who he was. So at first I didn't.
Yeah, because he does lunch, like the lunch schedule for Rock 105, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. He's probably not what you would picture, though.
Probably not.
Well, we'll go down that road later. You and I will personally, but yeah, it was it was a popping day, and I'm glad I got home an hour earlier than I did. But I got to watch people play with motorcycles, and I got to ride motorcycles. But it was fun. It was really, really busy and everything. So yeah, it was, like I said, it was a day. I had fun though. It's the life.
Hey, you got home an hour earlier than you thought you would. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. So real quick before we come to an end here, we have just under 4 weeks by 3 days.
Yeah.
Races in Atlanta.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I got my tickets, got the hotel room.
Yeah. I haven't bought my tickets yet. I'm just going to buy them the week before.
Yeah,
that's...
I happened to be on there. I was just like, I might as well get it.
Yeah.
Not that it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been arguing over the seat on the bike.
Well, I mean, you guys had that argument the other day when we were sitting there together.
Because that road sofa, it's nice.
Yes.
It's not comfortable for me.
Is there an option for a backrest for that road sofa? Or?
Not that one. They do make a road sofa with it.
I wasn't sure if yours had the slit where you could put a backrest in there. Because I know that's having that back support is...
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I just need a little pair of tail whip.
Just get one between now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need money to
Sorry,
do that.
could you say that again?
No, Siri, no.
Your Amazon's just about to order one for you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It'll be all right. I'll just ride on the back of the regular one.
That's what she's saying right now.
Well,
I told her she'd jump on the back of yours.
Yeah, I always get on the back of mine and be comfortable.
I'm telling you. We leave out of here and you're like, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah, because we're going to stop somewhere.
We're going to stop.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to ride the Valkyrie, right?
Yeah, that's most likely what I'm going to ride.
With a giant Ultima seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might end up
although
doing that.
Daniel doesn't like having a passenger,
I don't mind.
I don't think he minds.
I was going to say, you're not there when you're on the bike.
Yeah. Everyone says, oh, I didn't even know you were there.
You're there on my bike because you're complaining about the seat the whole time. But otherwise...
Yeah. I don't even know Heather's back there. Well, except for the other day on the ZRX. Bonk.
Bonk. Yeah. That was fun.
Don't hit a dip in the road.
That wasn't because of the dip in the road.
Oh.
That was an on-off throttle situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
It happens with us every once in a while, but fortunately she leans so far back.
Yeah.
Not even when she's like... Woo, woo, woo.
See, on the Valkyrie, the passenger's far enough back.
Yeah.
You don't have that problem. The ZRX doesn't have
doesn't do that. Yeah.
Look, when I try to stretch my legs out, I sit on the back seat of the ZRX. I do it on the Valkyrie too, but
Jeez.
I did it the first time I ever rode a Panama. I did that.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, we both did it going down.
Well, I did because I had a factory seat.
Yeah.
So I did seat backrest. Like I had the backrest on.
Mhm.
I'm sitting on the passenger seat, and my legs were on the highway pegs, and my arms were crossed.
Yeah.
This was, to be fair, this was in that stretch between, oh shoot,
Is it like after Dothan?
no, so like Phoenix City to
Oh.
Dothan
Oh,
okay.
to
yeah.
Eufaula
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah.
Panama City.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good lord.
That's like the worst
for anybody
part.
that's never been through there, I'm sure we probably have people listening that knows that area quite well. Maybe they live in that area. There is like a 40 to 50 mile straight stretch of road
Of nothing.
Of
of nothing between Phoenix City and Eufaula, and then another 40 to 50 mile straight stretch of nothing between Eufaula and Dothan, and then another 40 to 50 mile straight stretch of nothing between Dothan and Panama City. Now, between Dothan and Panama City, though, you have to be paying attention because all of a sudden you'll be in a 55 mile an hour zone that goes, you know what? I think I want to be 35 for the next mile.
You know
yeah.
what?
Yeah, you got to pay attention there. And there are cops.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they,
Oh, that's where the cops will sit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
right there behind the speed limit sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
will pull you over.
You are approaching really quickly.
I haven't even made it to the sign yet, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, that's like at
Hold
that
on.
line.
So, yeah. Anyways.
A comfortable seat is important, though. See, there you go. You need to that Lepera. You find that happy medium between her being comfortable and you being supported.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
I would be down with that. Anything you want to say, Heather?
And on that bombshell,
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.